Once again, welcome back to Crypto Toro. On today's video, I would like to talk about Solana and how it will be performing in the upcoming days and week. And especially, let's take a look at the Solana compared to Bitcoin chart. But before doing so, I would like to thank you once again for watching my previous content. And if you liked the content so far, do not forget to subscribe to the channel down below. And also, if you would like to start trading cryptocurrencies, do not forget to use the links down below. You will be supporting the channel by doing so. So let's get started right away. On the Solana compared to Bitcoin chart, we saw this major drop towards the downside getting created during the previous weeks, especially also due to the Bitcoin price action. Lots of cryptocurrencies suffered. We saw Solana having a major drop of approximately 54%. So for sure, very interesting price movement of Solana. But as I said before, a 55 or a 50% pullback is still healthy inside of a bull cycle. And this is actually showing us why it's still a healthy setback, because we have already two touch points on this upward sloping support line, and we saw that we got supported by it once again, and we created a third touch point on this upward sloping support line. So we made this support line even more significant. So right now, I think personally, if we see a movement towards the downside getting started, it is possible that we will be supported by this upward sloping support for sure. And I will be placing a Fibonacci retracement level from the 26th of March all the way towards its previous all-time high to take a look where we're currently standing at. And what we're seeing is that we got supported by the 0.5 Fibonacci level, and this is actually telling us that Solana is still holding very strong compared to Bitcoin. It found support on the 0.5, it broke below it, but it went straight back up and found support on top of it, traded in between the 0.5 Fibonacci level and 0.382 Fibonacci level before heading even further up. Of course, that's my personal opinion, but I think this will occur during the upcoming days. And I would like to enable the MACD to show you why I think this is very possible and very likely to occur, because we will see during the upcoming 24 to 48 hours a crossover on the MACD happen. And once this happens, we will see a major move towards the upside getting created. And as we saw previously, once we see momentum towards the upside, we see the strength of Solana compared to Bitcoin increasing, and eventually the price action will be also towards the upside after this crossover occurs on the daily time frame compared to Bitcoin. So for sure, the MACD is looking very good for the Solana chart. And if we see a breakout towards the upside, I personally think that we will be breaking out above the 0.382 firstly before heading even further up. But for sure, a major move will be inevitable, especially if we take a look at the crossover of the MACD. But also, let's enable the moving averages. And what we are seeing over here is that the 50, 100, and 200-day moving averages are all three serving as underneath support, and also the 50-day moving average serves as support right now. As you can see over here, we have tested it already twice. We broke below it for just a small thought, we broke above it, and right now the wicks of these candles are finding support on top of it. So I think this is very interesting to take a look at, and of utmost importance, of course, because these moving averages are telling us that there are still major levels of support down beneath if Solana decides to break out towards the downside instead of towards the upside. So for sure, the support levels are looking quite good. And also, if we enable the EMA ribbon, we are being supported still by the EMA ribbon. Even after this major drop of 55% towards the downside, the EMA ribbon was able to provide us a major level of support. We stayed inside of the EMA ribbon, and currently we are trading just inside of the upper area. And once we break above the EMA ribbon, I personally think we will see a major move towards the upside getting started, especially if we see the MACD crossover also taking place during the upcoming days. So very interesting what the Bitcoin chart is telling us for Solana. And I will be right now heading towards the US dollar chart. Before, I wanted to show you that if you're very interested in the upcoming videos, do not forget to subscribe to this channel, and it will be highly appreciated if you placed a like down beneath if you're liking the content so far. So let's take a look at the US dollar chart. What we are seeing over here is actually that we are trading in between levels of support and resistance, but I would like to enable the 4-hourly time frame to give us a more clearer look where we are standing at right now. So we are right now currently trading at approximately $31.86. And I would like to enable the EMA ribbon to take a look where we are standing at compared to the US dollar on the 4-hourly time frame. And what you're seeing is something very interesting actually, as this for the very first time the EMA ribbon is actually been broken through, and we are trading just a small tad above the EMA ribbon, and the EMA ribbon already rejected us several times before we were able to break above the EMA ribbon, just even for a small period of time. And currently this candle that's forming right now is able to find support on top of the EMA ribbon. So eventually when the EMA ribbon has a crossover, we will see a major move towards the upside getting started, as we saw in the past as well. Once the shorts are taken over by the longs, you see a major momentum towards the upside getting created. And if we look even further back, you will see that when the shorts are taking over, even if it is not a major move towards the upside, it still will be momentum towards the upside that will be created. So for sure that will be affecting the price action for Solana towards the upside right now. So I wanted to take a look at something very different as well, and that is actually the pattern that is being played out over here. We are seeing that we can draw a symmetrical triangle on the Solana price action compared to the US dollar, and I think this is a pattern of utmost importance, because if this pattern breaks out towards the upside, especially if we get supported by the EMA ribbon and we see a momentum switch on the MACD compared to Bitcoin on the daily time frame, we will for sure see a breakout towards the upside getting created. And I'm waiting for Solana to break above this downward sloping resistance, finding support on top of it before heading even further up and seeing a major move towards the upside getting created. As you can see, once the EMA ribbon will be acting as support instead of overhead resistance as we saw previously, it will be giving us a major momentum towards the upside as well. So let's enable the RSI before measuring this major move towards the upside that could possibly happen. And what we are seeing over here is that the RSI is currently trading in the middle of the purple area, and once it does so, it means that there's still enough space to trade towards the upside before heading back down. And I personally think that after this potential move towards the upside, if it occurs, we will be breaking out above the dotted line, and afterwards we will see a correction in the price action of Solana compared to the US dollar. But for sure, I think there is still enough room and enough space to see a possible major move towards the upside getting started. So the RSI is telling us that right away, and we are not spotting any type of bullish or bearish divergence for the moment, so that is fine as well. So let's take a look at this symmetrical triangle and let's measure what the possible outcome is going to be. I will be removing the EMA ribbon, and I will be measuring this price target from the beginning of the upward sloping support towards the downward sloping resistance. And let's take a look at this possible measurement towards the upside, and it will be heading towards, if we see a breakout of Solana above this downward sloping resistance and a confirmation by finding support on top of the downward sloping resistance at approximately $31.35, we will see a major move occur towards the upside. And I will be measuring this move for you, and this is a possible move of 52%. So for sure, a major move that will be created, and we will see Solana heading towards the $48 level. After this major move towards the upside, as we saw previously, we will be seeing a correction of Solana, maybe finding support on top of the $46 level and trading in between the $46 and the $48 level. But I personally think that the correction will be a little bit bigger, and that we will be heading back down towards the $41 level and trading in between the $41 and $48 level before heading even further towards the upside. So possible move of approximately 52% all the way towards the $48 level for Solana currently. And if we break out towards the downside, we will be seeing Solana heading all the way back to the $12.30 level. And I personally think that we will be seeing the $12.30 level for sure if this pattern breaks out towards the downside instead of towards the upside. But as I showed you before, the EMA ribbon is holding strong, the moving averages are serving as support, and also we are seeing a crossover on the MACD on the daily time frame compared to Bitcoin. So it's very interesting move. So if you would like to buy Solana, and if you're interested in cryptocurrencies overall, do not forget that down below you will find on the description several links for top 4 leverage trading exchanges where you can earn up to 2,000 deposit bonus on Femex and up to 1,600 deposit bonus on Bybit. And also you can trade up to 736 different type of cryptocurrencies on Gate.io. So if you use the links down below, you will be supporting the channel by doing so. And if you would like this video, it will be highly appreciated as well. So thank you very much for doing so. Let's head back to the Solana chart, and what we wanted to take a look at lastly was actually how the Solana chart is looking on the daily time frame with the moving averages compared to the US dollar. And what you're seeing is that the Solana chart got supported by the 200-day moving averages on this candle wick over here, and also the 100-day moving average is serving as a major level of support, as you could see at this part over here. And currently the 50-day moving average is serving as a major level of resistance above us. So once we break above this downward sloping resistance line of the symmetrical triangle, I think we will be getting rejected by the 50-day moving average. We will see a retest of this downward sloping resistance line, finding support on it, and after that we will see the major move towards the upside getting started. Where will the retest of this downward sloping resistance come? I think that it will be at approximately $31.41, as I said previously as well. So this major move on Solana is something I wanted to let you know, and I really hope you enjoyed the content so far. So thank you very much for watching this video and have a nice day. Bye!